You think we'd really offer you free flowers? In this economy, it's time for War of the Roses on KDWB.
This story gets a little bit twisty-turny a little bit because I want you to listen to War of the Roses and listen to find out what Tracy is talking about. But Tracy wants to be on War of the Roses because you think that your boyfriend Dylan had somebody over to the house not once but twice while you were gone. Hi, Tracy.
Hi.
Thanks for being on KDWB. We had to talk her into a little bit. She wasn't sure she wanted to do it, but we said this is a very effective way to find out whether he's seen somebody.
Very effective.
Tracy, tell me what happened on time number one when you think he had somebody to the house.
Okay, so I went to my mom's a few weeks ago, like a few Saturdays ago, and I was going to spend the day with her, and I was going to stay over that night. And when I got there, my mom wasn't feeling good, and so I went to CVS to get her a COVID test, and it turns out that she did have it. And I didn't want to get sick, so I left, and I called Dylan to let him know I was coming home.
Okay.
And when I got there, he had turned on the ceiling fan, and all the windows were open in the bedroom. And I asked him about it, and he said, yeah, it's hot in here.
That is really weird because, I mean, even if it gets hot, you turn on the ceiling fan and you open the windows. But we're going to come back to that in a second because you think that there might have been something else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So hold that thought for a second, but then let's fast forward to just the other day. Something else happens.
Yeah. So I was at work all day. Then I went to the gym, and when I got home, I got in the shower, and immediately the water was already hot. Like, it didn't take any time to warm up. And I didn't ask him about it, but it was strange.
Because if you're like my house, for example, and a lot of houses, you turn the hot water on, you got to go find your clothes or whatever for a couple of minutes till the hot water finally arrives.
But doesn't some of that change depending on, like, if you're running a load of laundry or flushing a toilet and stuff? I feel like my hot water goes a little crazy every once in a while if other situations are happening in the house.
I mean, maybe, but in my house, it takes a good 2 minutes of running the water for it to come all the way up from the basement. Mm-hmm. I have a large McMansion in Chanhassen.
I've been there.
Large house.
Been
large
there,
house.
Baby.
So you were like perplexed because you turned the water on and the hot water is there right away. What did that tell you?
Well, I thought, like, someone had to have been in this shower. Like, maybe he got a shower just before I got there. But he's not a shower in the middle of the day kind of guy.
Yeah. Okay. Which tells you that he was rinsing the sweat and loving off of his body.
Okay, that's quite a jump.
No, that's what it is. Isn't that what you think? It's like you're taking a shower because you don't want to smell like the woman that was just there, right?
Well, I know it sounds probably a little bit cray, but, like, the first time, he had the windows open and everything. Like, I just thought, what are you trying to get out of here? Like, are you trying to get a smell out of this room?
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Like the smell of sex.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't say that I've ever smelled sex quite that strong before. That windows needed to be opened.
That's what's surprising is that apparently it was such a powerful experience that he had to open up the windows. I don't mean to laugh at you, Tracy, but it is.
Dave, we got to take this serious.
I know. Okay. All right.
He also knows that I have a really good sense of smell, and I think that's another reason I'm thinking that he was trying to get rid of a smell.
Okay, this whole War of the Roses is disgusting, but I think it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I would be so suspicious if I came home and the windows were open in our bedroom. I don't think Andrew's ever opened those windows before. There's no reason to. We don't hang out up there. So it's like, that'd be weird to me.
All right, here's what we can do. War of the Roses is very effective, Tracy, in finding out at least who he wants to send roses to. Because if he sends them to you, then that might be a good sign. But if he sends them to anybody else but you live together, and they're romantic roses, they're roses for God's sake, then they should definitely go to you. We'll set the trap. We'll call him and we'll say, hey, you want a dozen roses? Who do you want to send them to? And if he wants to send them to you, that's good news. Anybody else? Bad news. We should also send, I think, a bar of soap and some deodorant along with these roses, too.
Just a whole gift basket.
Exactly right. We'll do that. Can you hold on for a second, Tracy?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. Yeah, it would be stupid to stop at this point. We'll be right back. We'll make the phone call on KDWB.
Are they cheating? Let's find out. Part 2 of War of the Roses starts right now on KDWB.
Brought to you by Ovo LASIK and Lens. Kind of an unusual, they're all very unusual. There's different things, but this one, she comes home unexpectedly. He's rushing to kind of clean things up because he didn't expect her to be home. She suspects a woman is there because he was airing out the bedroom. Now, Andrew is on the phone, and Andrew thinks that, well, it wasn't airing out the bedroom for the reasons we speculated. Andrew, why do you think he's airing out the bedroom?
Yes, hi, good morning, everybody. Main thing that I think, it's a little extreme for the shower, but I think he's smoking chronic. There's opening the fan, opening the window, that's a little unique for someone who just hooked up. Honestly, I don't know of anyone who has, like, a sex smell. I guess people can get sweaty and gross, but that's pretty much about it. But the shower, there's been instances where even, in my past where if I'm, around a date or something and I, want to get a smell off me, I'd quickly wash my hands, hop in the shower quick, brush your teeth, something simple where you just get soap on you to make yourself not smell like weed, because obviously we all know it's really hard to get that smell off if you once it's on you. I just don't think it lines up with anything sexual realistically.
That could be, but you know what? I would think that if you smoke weed enough that you're going to stink up the bedroom and whatever, then she's probably going to know about it. And it's not got the stigma to, maybe he promised that he would quit. And maybe, you know what? Who knows? Andrew, thank you. Very insightful. I think every week on War of the Roses, we need to hire somebody to be the guest analyst on War of the Roses. Like maybe this week it would be like Jessica from New Hope would be on to be the guest analyst for War of the Roses and see how she does and then guess whether he's going to send the roses to her or somebody else. Did we have somebody else on the phone? We're going right to the phone call.
We do. We have Tiffany on the phone as well.
Tiffany, guest analyst on War of the Roses. We'll get to the phone call in a second. Tiffany, what do you think's going on?
I also think that he's smoking marijuana because if you smoke in the bathroom and you turn the shower on and the blower, it airs out the smell so much faster. And then same with the bedroom, opening the windows and turning off.
Do you have a lot of experience? I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but do you do this yourself, or has somebody else done this to you?
I don't smoke anymore. I'm a first-time mommy now, so I've retired, but I did.
But back in the day, you did that. Tiffany, thank you. Good luck with the baby, with the mama. Let's make the phone call right now and see who he sends the roses to on KDWB. Let's do it.
That's all the time I needed from you today, Dylan. Thank you so much. Now, I do have those dozen long-stem romantic red roses to send out to whoever you like. So now I just need to know, who do you want to send the roses to?
I will send them to Rachel.
Rachel. Okay. Got it.
Oh, man. Hey, Dylan. Surprise. This is a trap. This is a trap, Dylan. It is not a survey. It's a trap that has been set by the morning show over on KDWB. My name's Dave. That's Jenny. And we're here with your live-in girlfriend, Tracy, who is listening in on the phone, and she just heard you send roses to somebody named Rachel. Now, I tell you this because it's my job to let you know that she wanted to set you up to see whether you were seeing somebody else. It sounds like you're not only seeing somebody else, but that you are serious enough to send this person, Rachel, roses. I know it's a lot to absorb. Are you still there?
Oh, did he hang up?
I don't think he hung up because
Okay.
I didn't hear a click. Are you still there? Dylan?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let me back up a little bit, okay? So, and by the way, Tracy, if you will, just let Dylan know that you're there so he knows this is legit.
Hi.
Hi.
So, Tracy, do you want to explain really quick why you thought that Dylan might be seen? You didn't know that it was this girl named Rachel. Do you know Rachel by any chance,
No.
Tracy? You don't know You don't know who Rachel is.
No, I don't know Rachel.
Tell Dylan really quick why you were suspicious that something was up.
So I don't know if you remember that I came home from my mom's because she had COVID. And when I got there, you had the ceiling fan on and the windows open. And you said it was hot in there, which is dumb because it's winter. And I thought something might be up. Like you were trying to get rid of the smell of sex. And then that day that I came home and I jumped in the shower and the water was already hot, and I thought you might have just gotten a shower. So clearly my instincts are good.
So can I ask a question that's none of my business, but I think everybody wonders, was that Rachel? Was Rachel over during that time?
I'm not going to answer that question, but let me just say this. Tracy, I obviously didn't want to do it this way. I was just trying to get through the holidays. Because I can't keep doing this. We can't keep doing this.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
let me get this straight. You've been banging a girl that smells so much like Sasquatch, you had to open the windows afterwards.
Sasquatch.
That's
crazy
for the Roses
insult.
episode, Sasquatch.
Okay. Just a simple name.
Okay.
One
Sasquatch,
word
wow.
explains it all.
Sasquatch.
You know-
Write it down.
At least he kind of came clean, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the way you'd want to hear about it on War of the Roses. But that's sometimes the way it works. You know what we haven't had in a long time is one that turns out good.
Yeah.
We haven't had a War of the Roses that turns out good in a really long time. Don't you wish that he had just been smoking weed?
Don't you wish?
I mean, seriously, that'd be a kind of a minor infraction.
Yeah.
That he just open up the windows to smoke weed, and then maybe he turned the shower on to get the weed smell out of the house. That would be like a palatable outcome for War of the Roses.
Yeah, but if they live together, I don't think that'd be something he should be hiding or would be able to hide, really.
Well, no, he shouldn't hide it for sure. I think it'd be really hard to hide. But
Maybe he promised he'd quit, though. And so that's
what I
what
was
it
thinking,
came down to.
But then you'd be hot
Yeah.
when she got home anyway, so.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, babe. What?
Someone texted in saying this girl is a straight psychopath because she is
Why?
way too damn calm. She's so when she found out, she was just too calm.
Yeah.
Well, I think sometimes when you find out that somebody is like cheating or dumping, you it's kind of like we know how we think we would react, but we don't until it actually happens to you. And later, she'll probably be a little bit of a psychopath or like go after him or whatever, or berate him or whatever. But I think that sometimes, in the moment, you just don't know.
You're shooketh.
You are absolutely
Yes. You're stunned into
That is
silence.
War of the Roses on KDWB.